yesterday, and he's had the possibly slightly out of position just at the start of this one, but with 2.1 kilometres to go, Ayuso looks around and thinks, oh, not you. This is great. Well, it's just the pair of them for the time being, and Roglič looking all over the back of Ayuso, drifts alongside, they stare at each other. I wouldn't be surprised if a few words have actually passed between them. Enric Mas, very few words. Enric Mas just rounds Mikkel Landa, so they're coming up 2 by 2s, just like the Arc, but who's setting sail? Just behind, it's JP Lopez, who's in that vanguard, as you can see. Who's he dragging over for the time being? Well, from Barra Victorious, I think it might be Lenny Martinez who's with him at the time being, but it's all about this duo up front. 1,700 metres to go, and Ayuso still trying to put the hurt on. Roglič staying with him. Here comes Landa, second breath for him. He showed that yesterday. Said at the top of the day he didn't know he had a sprint, but he had something left in him, and so he just thought he'd use it. Don't give up on Landa just yet. Mas is with him, and Roglič comes around. Is he in attack mode? Yes, he is. He goes. That's a bike length, bike and a half perhaps. And indeed, Ayuso just about stays with him at the moment. But Ayuso, the race leader, looks to be the man who's suffering at the moment here, Robbie.
Well, just Roglič, when the gap opened up with Ayuso, when he took everybody by surprise, or at least Primoz Roglič, who was still sitting behind his own teammate. But when he decided to cross the gap, he looked to do that fairly comfortably. Then he started to play the game, I think, looked at Ayuso and sort of gave the signal like, oh, you're so strong, you keep going. And Ayuso did. Roglič just throwing out a feeler of an acceleration. I wouldn't call it an attack, what he just did, but an acceleration just to test Ayuso, who's now very, very wary of Primoz Roglič. The gradient now starting to ease off, so Roglič doesn't look like he's going to get rid of Ayuso, but he'll be steeling himself now for a sprint. The one he got wrong yesterday, he'll be looking to make no mistakes today against Ayuso, checking on the whereabouts of the rest, and they've all come back together. Roglič, knowing he needs to distance everybody else, but he'll be firmly of the belief he needs to beat Ayuso at the line for the bonus seconds to pull himself up even on time, put himself in the lead of the race.
He needs a gap of 1 second if he can find it, and he must know that. We had the providers there just showed us a graphic saying the gap between the pair of them overall is 6 seconds. It's not. It's 4 seconds, courtesy of an intermediate sprint that was taken at the beginning of the day by Roglič. He got 3 seconds. 1 second was taken by Ayuso. He finished behind Axel Laurence, actually, who got the 2 seconds. That's of no consequence at the moment. But what it means is they're separated by 4 seconds. So if it's 10, 6 and 4 at the line, and Roglič beats Ayuso over the line, they will be level on time. Unless Roglič can find a second, it'll go to countback. And that will be, of course, they were 1 and 2 yesterday. They'll have to look deeper into the race. However, I think Roglič is capable of finding a second here. Let's see. But they're getting back at him because of the cat and mouse.
Well, that's the thing. They're foxing with each other. Leonard van Aert was leading the rest of the group. So Roglič, he knows he does not want anyone else to come up and take those seconds. So he's got to keep doing enough. So it's just these two at the finish. Then he needs to be able to beat Ayuso, who's gone a little bit more into defensive mode now. He knows he's just got to watch Primoz Roglič, and so he can just sit on his wheel, let him do all the work. Ayuso in a strong position. Roglič, I think he's going to bank on his sprint now.
Yeah,
and just look to chip away at it, because there's another summit finish coming in a couple of days' time where he get the rest of the job done. But they are coming back on them.
They are racing back on them. Laurence de Plus very much in the frame. They're going to have to be careful here. Landa's going to get involved in the mix. Roglič is going to have to go for this. And I believe he's changed the pace right now. Here we are. Here's the launch. Roglič on full attack. He needs to find a second. That's going to be difficult to find over Ayuso in this kind of mood. They almost got tagged there. Almost got tagged. And they're rolling over each other just behind. It's Van Eetveld, actually, from Lotto, is in the frame. Thought he might be up here. He's got a bit of a kick on him. There he is. Mind you, Roglič gets his head down right now. His problem is that this now flattens out. And the task for Ayuso is a little bit easier. Let's have a look at it's Ayuso that comes round him. Oh, if Ayuso manages to get on the throw here, and he could do, they round the bend. Here's the final line on the throw. Roglič gets it. They're level on time. We'll see it on countback. What a finish that was.